mbira legend. My name is Fradreck Mujuru. I come from Zimbabwe. I come from a family that has followed Shona traditions for many, many centuries. So I was born in a family of 4, 3 brothers and 1 sister. I am married to my wife, Iginofifa Zirusa, and we have 4 beautiful children, 3 boys also, and 1 girl, just like me and my siblings. Since my grandfather was the spirit medium of Chaminuka, he used to make traditional mbira, traditional ceremonies, at Dambatsoko in Dewedzo, Rusape in Manicaland, in the eastern parts of Zimbabwe, which is where my village is, my home village is. And so, growing up, when the ceremonies were being held, mbira players would be playing, and for them playing as a kid, I would be dancing to the tune of the mbira, just enjoying it as children. But I didn't know that in the end, it was going to be me, part of my life. It's mbira all over. Now, since my grandfather used to make these mbiras, I was inspired just looking at him making that instrument, pounding the keys, and making a key sound the way he wanted. And I later taught myself, though I had somebody by the name of Thomas Musa, who eventually taught me how to make mbiras. Probably at the age of 15, I was able to play at a mbira. Each time I played, I would develop blisters on my little finger here. And so I was thinking, oh, if I would make a mbira, I would improve on this. If I would make a mbira, I would improve on the sound. I would do, this just in my mind. Then eventually I really started getting into it. When I made my first mbira, it was so good that I even was surprised by what I was doing, what I'd done. Mbira, the instrument that comes from the Shona people of Zimbabwe. The Shona people have developed an instrument that is now growing in the global village, such that it has now been recognized by the United Nations to be an instrument that is sacred in the lives of the Shona people. This instrument, this mbira, is called mbira zewadzimu, literally meaning mbira of the ancestors. Playing the mbira, we communicate with the ancestor. It is an instrument that we use like a cell phone or like a telephone to call them, to come and guide us in our daily lives. I have now managed to meet with many people from many countries. And it was all through my wadzimu, my ancestors, that I have managed to meet with all these people. And they now come to Zimbabwe wanting to learn our own traditions, our own lifestyle. And we also learn about theirs. I've met with many people and I've traveled many places, teaching people how to play the mbira, playing for them, and they really enjoy the instrument. So there's one time I went to MIT and I even taught them there how to make the instrument. Making mbira started by sourcing of the raw materials, which are coil springs, these ones. And then we hot them in the fire. When they are red hot, we pound them to shape into the different key shapes that also depend on what key or what pitch you want it to be in. So like this, these are the low notes on the bariwa. So depending on the place where you have to put the note, it is the different sizes, the different cuts and all. Then you tune them. Making mbira takes, for me, it takes 3.5 days. And then for somebody who is still learning, it can take them up to 5 or even 6 days, 6 working days, say from 8 to 5. I'm so happy to have been awarded this trophy. It's a NAMA Award, National Arts Merit Award, given to me by the National Arts Council in recognition of the work that I do with mbira music and making. If you need these beautiful instruments, handmade, you can contact me, Fradreck Mujuru, on 0772 330 or 0715 797 445. And that's local. If people from local in Zimbabwe, they can contact me on the just mentioned the numbers. Or they can contact my international contact. That is Erika Azim on mbira.org. Get in touch with her and you can make an arrangement to have my mbiras. Thank you.